Alright guys, I'm going to redo this video here real quick just to show you a little better fence here on how to make it sellable, placeable, whatnot. And this one's a little difficult because it has the fences in it with the gates, and with the gates they are separate in the map. I'm just doing an edit to this map, so I did not place them down. But it's perfect to show you because it has the dip in the ground here, which it will capture that also with this. So we're going to jump into Giants Editor here real quick. And with being in here, we are going to click on the fence. And we're going to find the parts that we want to grab out here and make placeable. And first thing we're going to do is create a transform group. It'll put it at the bottom of the scene graph. The easiest way to do this, I find the one section I want, and then we fly over here to another section, and I want this one, and I pop them open like this so I can scroll back up then and find that other one, and then I hit shift and click on it. It'll bring it up all white, and you just double check, and I'm missing some right there. So then we're gonna cut these out, paste them into our transform group, and then click back on this one, see if I can't find it. Alright, we have found them. And we're going to do the same thing, shift, click on them, control X, paste them in here. And with this, it has moved it to my transform group over there in order, in position. So therefore, we are going to just file and export selection with files. And then we are going to name it whatever you would like. I'm just going to do fence 3 to show you quick. No and no, so that gives you the new textures, files where you want them. And now we are going to run into fence 3 i3D. Once in here, we are just going to cut our fence panels back out of that transform group here real quick. And hit F to go to your section of fence. I like to get the end, and you guys can see here that it does have the dip in it like it did before. And I am then going to click on my transform group that I want to be the main part. We're going to control B and click on the end post, and that will be pretty good. Then we are going to cut our fence panels back into the main transform group that we want. Come back up here to your transform group, and within the attributes here, anything that is positive, we are now going to make a negative. If it is a negative, we are going to make it a positive. With the main transform group selected, we are going to go to freeze transformations, I do translate scale and instances. We are going to hit apply, and once again hit F, and it will bring you back to your grid. And the object of this is to get your main transform group here to 0, 0. So you now can put that in your map. And when you go ahead and put this back into your map, we will then figure out where our fence needs to go and get the coordinates to put in for the default items. And I think this one needs to be rotated 180. We are going to line our fence back up here with our gates, or wherever you wanted it before. I left the gates in for a pretty easy marker there, and if you wanted to put down a post so you know where the beginning is, or just copy the beginning fence panel and leave it there, that would be pretty good too. Oop. Now that lines up pretty good. Now, once we have this, we are going to take our numbers here, and don't forget about your rotations. And you'll want to have them for your default items. And the rest of this is just like setting up a placeable. And you can see here, here's my coordinates and the rotation. I made it bought with farmlands. You're going to want to also put the XML in with the can be sold and show and store true. And then underneath store data, you're going to want bought with farmlands true. And then also don't forget to put in your store item in the mod desk of the map to make sure it shows up in the store. And that's how I do my placeable, sellable fences made to follow the land.